Good morning. It is Friday, March 8th, 2024, and today is day 59 of the legislative session. So, one more day to go after today. Now, the governor did announce that the special session will be extended through Sunday to allow the legislature an extra day to work on the budget. But as far as the regular session, everything must be completed by midnight tomorrow night in order to pass into law. So there's going to be a lot of trading going on over the next couple days. Both the House and the Senate are on third reading. They do not have any bills on second reading or first reading. So what will happen is today, both the House and Senate will run their third reading calendars, and then to the rest of the day, and then tomorrow they will be going back and forth, concurring or looking to go to conferees just to deal with the changes that the other body made on their original legislation. So a lot is going to happen just in the next roughly 36 hours as we count down to the finale of the 2024 legislative session. I want to bring to your attention a few bills that really get some action this week that are very important. House Bill 5338 is the Cybersecurity Safe Harbor Bill. Now, this is a good piece of legislation that was actually brought to the legislature by a student, Azim Khan, at WVU, along with one of his professors. And it is designed to give businesses who put proper cybersecurity measures in place a safe harbor from litigation if their customers' data was stolen. We're really entering a new realm where cybersecurity is just growing in importance on almost a daily basis. So this is a good bill. Yesterday, there was an attempt by the trial bar to make an amendment on the Senate floor to weaken that bill. However, the opposition or proponents of the bill, I should say, were very strong, and ultimately that amendment was withdrawn. So the bill is in good shape, and it's heading back to the House of Delegates for concurrence. But just another tremendous piece of legislation that is really moving forward. Senate Bill 841 is the unemployment bill, and it is in the House of Delegates on third reading today with the right to amend. We are hearing that the vote on this bill is remarkably close. So the House is still whipping to see if they have the numbers or if they do not. Just some of the key parts about what this bill would do is it would lock the wage base for employers at $10,000. And the wage base is the amount of a person's wage that is paid on, or that unemployment is paid on up until that point. So the current wage base right now is $9,521. So if you're an employer, you are paying unemployment taxes on the first $9,521 of every employee's wage. However, this bill would lock it at $10,000. Now, that's a little bit higher than it is right now. We would ultimately like to see that number come lower. However, if nothing is done, that is projected that wage base is going to go up to about 10,500 or 10,600 on January 1st of 2025. So there's some things happening right there to see if that bill can pass. The other components of it, it would take unemployment from 26 weeks down to 24 weeks, but then put it on a sliding scale. The current calculation is up until $62,650, and it's the increments are in $150 increments. Unemployment is calculated based on a person's wages. The max that you could make, or anything above that of 62,000 number, you would be at the cap. But the calculation is your salary divided by 52 for 52 weeks, and then times 55%. And that's the amount of a weekly benefit that you get under the current law. Under this bill, it would start at 70% for the first 4 weeks, 65% for the second 4 weeks, and then every 4 weeks scale down until the sixth 4 week period. So weeks 21 through 24, you would be at 45%. So the goal is obviously with this legislation to encourage people to get back into the workforce. It would also allow people to take part-time work up until up to the level of weekly benefits they are receiving from unemployment without losing those benefits. So again, that's going to be a very close vote in the House of Delegates. Ultimately, if they don't have the votes, there's a possibility they will not put the bill on the floor, or they will pull it off the calendar. But we're just monitoring that to see where that bill goes. We had a big win for our members this week. That relates to House Bill 4759, which is the E-Verify bill. This was a mandate that would have affected every business in West Virginia. And we, the West Virginia Chamber, led a 13 association coalition against this bill. And I really have to give a shout out to Brian Hoylman with the Associated Builders and Contractors. He has been very, very involved in this legislation as well. But we had a stakeholder meeting on Tuesday with the proponents of the bill. It's an organization called Numbers USA, which is a national organization. But we went through and discussed the many, many challenges of this bill. Let's make it very clear. Right now, there is current law that every employer in West Virginia has to verify the legal status of their employees. This bill would have put a mandate on that could have caused businesses to lose their business license for a simple mistake. Now, at the end of that stakeholder meeting, the Senate decided to pull the bill off the agenda and effectively kill it for the rest of the year, which is a result that we were very happy with. Now, the organization that is supporting this bill is a little bit unhappy. They are now running ads on social media against the West Virginia Chamber, claiming that we went to the mat against this bill. Well, we take that as a compliment because we did. And we ultimately defeated this very bad piece of legislation. So that was a big win on Tuesday, removing this bill from the process, as it would have been a mandate on every single employer in West Virginia. We're going to continue to watch just as the next day and a half roll through to see what ends up finishing the legislative process. Next week, we're going to have a member-wide webinar that will be live, where we will give an update on everything that went on in the legislative session and allow you to ask questions on a live basis. So again, very much appreciate your continued support of the West Virginia Chamber of Commerce. And as always, feel free to email me at bdayton@wvchamber.com. And, we look forward to engaging with you and answering any questions you may have. But thank you very much and have a great weekend.